I thought Salvatore Savelli kicked some freaking ass tonight. This is my favorite champ. This is the guy. He's lucky I'm not a singles guy because he would no longer be the guy. But we don't got to talk about that because Sal, you did a good job. I liked the finish into the fucking. I'm sorry. Into the freaking. No, I'm not. I like the finish. I gotta drive. I like the finish into the brick. I like that a lot. I respect you as our champion here in NYWC.
Thanks, sir. It's an honor hearing that from you, sir.
It was a pleasure seeing you in the ring with Will Nightingale. I did watch. I took some notes. So,
for sure.
Few things here and there you need to tweak, but we'll talk after. I don't want to embarrass you. You can finish your interview.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Sage Chance, Silent Ball, Sage Chance, Booger Boy.
Wow, I thought he was going to kind of be mean to you, but he was kind of nice to you.
I thought he was going to kiss me in the lips. I was like, maybe I want it. No, I don't. I don't know.
Nah, I don't think so. You don't want it.
Oh.
Anybody make sense of this?
No. Wait, okay, let me get there. So it's 80 cents times 20. Wait, $16, I think.
That's what I got.
Around there.
I got like 17
but
something.
Then we sell them at 20 each. So
then it's like $3 profit in 8x10.
No, way more than that.
It's way more?
Yeah, it's 17 for 50 of them.
Oh.
No, I think we used 100 before. I don't fucking know.
Wait, no, yes, we did use 100 because then it was 20 times 100 and we were trying to get to 2,000.
Oh, yeah, okay. So if we buy 100 of them at 87 cents each, that's $8.07, right?
Yeah.
Or no, is it $87?
Wait.
I just want to know what you're calling this math.
100 times 8, it's $87.
Right.
Yes.
I don't know. Get a calculator. That's what.
All right, we'll get a calculator, everybody. All right, bye.
Trained me, shown me guidance are on these walls, and it feels bizarre and surreal to be joining them.
He's a good guy. He's an outright kind of guy. But listen, we got Slime Bowl City tickets.
I'm Cora, and I am your winner of this.
I like it, Dark Papa Dink. You don't? Are you scared of the Dark Papa Dink?
It's great. It's great. I can't wait.
Honestly, the first and realistically the only.
I'm doing great. How are you?
We just did steal it last time, but it's in safe hands. My son is watching it.
Are you positive?
Yeah, my son is watching.
Look at me! I'm a physical specimen.
Very spicy, very spicy.
You got the dirt.
I wish.
I literally love conventions. Like,
I'm gonna try to get through her. That's my motivation today.
What you holding?
I wish I could.
Come in soon. You can check her out on Monster Slam. Welcome to Beyond the Barricade. I'm your host, Papa Dank, and today I bring you a very special guest all the way from down south, the one, the only JakePainter. What is going on, brother?
What's going on, Papa Dank? Thanks for having me, man.
Hey, man, thanks for coming on. Now, I had to cancel last week due to, unfortunately, work conditions.
Hey, I feel you on that. I've been there. I feel you.
Yeah, man, it was hazardous to my health if I didn't, stay there.
health and well-being, right? Absolutely.
That's right, health and well-being. All right, we're gonna go over some stuff real quick.
Awesome.
What do you got going on? Well, that's where they can find you from all the great places you've worked at.
Absolutely.
So make sure that if you're booking Jake, you book them at jakepainter11@gmail.com.
Thank you.
All right, then we got Thursday from OVW. Oh, good.
Yep, tomorrow night for
that's awesome.
The live debut. I'm very excited.
That's awesome, man. Let me get rid of the freaking thing blocking the other guy over there. Tell us about this match real quick.
No, I'm really excited. You know, I've gotten on an overdrive. I've gotten some dark matches over at OVW. So this is gonna be my first live show. You know, getting some TV with them, and it's been one of my goals since I moved from the Los Angeles area to the Nashville area, and you know, just getting on a show consistently like OVW. You know, with the history and the prestige of that place. You know, and you know, I've been grinding up there too, going every Monday to train with Doug Basham. You know, and just continue to hone my craft and make it happen. You know, and getting with them and being on TV consistently is the name of the game with what we're trying to do. So the more TV experience I can get,
The
the
better.
more people are seeing me, exactly, the more people are seeing me
Yeah.
on screen, the more accustomed they're going to be to seeing me on a screen. So that is the goal.
Good stuff. I just met J Rod a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, she's
The women's
amazing.
champion. Yeah,
Yep,
she's pretty
she's
cool.
amazing. Yep.
She's cool. All right. Then we got Christmas for Kids coming up Saturday, December 14th.
Yep, that card's gonna look a little different. Our buddies from the UK ran into some visa issues, so they had to go back a little earlier. So that card is gonna look a little different than what it looks like on there right now, unfortunately.
Gotcha. But the most important thing is that kids 10 and under get in for free.
Absolutely. Gonna have a great time. It should be a wonderful show. We got guys like, you got Big Ben on there. You got Colby, me, Adrian Thomas, another up and coming name up in the Clarksville area. So
Awesome.
we're getting after it, man. We're grinding.
Good stuff. All right. Then we got Beast or Fury.
Yep, day
Friday,
after
November
Black
29th.
Friday. Solid Black Friday show. I think CCW from down in Tampa, they're trying to make a little territory in Nashville, and you know what? They're drawing.
Okay.
Very fun shows to be a part of. Yeah, they're drawing. Texas Troubadour, they sell that place out here in Nashville. So
awesome.
They're bringing in some local names. They're bringing in some guys from down south, and they're making it happen.
Awesome. And speaking of J Rod, there she is right there.
There she
on
is
that
right
card.
There. How about that?
She's on that card. All right, let's start off with, how did you fall in love with professional wrestling?
Oh man! So the first match I ever watched, I was, I think, 4 or 5 years old, and I'm sure wrestling was on around me, and I wasn't aware of it. But WrestleMania 19 was my earliest memory, and it was, I remember sitting in my living room. I remember Shawn Michaels and HBK, but the one I remember the most was Lesnar and Kurt Angle. You see a man like Brock Lesnar do a shooting star press and almost break his neck. That's something that sticks around for you. But I got into the wrestling video games after that, and somebody who wasn't on my screen every week was Edge. And I would see him on, he was injured. He had the neck surgery, all that at that time. And so I'm playing the video games. I'm asking my mom and dad, like, who's this guy? Who's this guy? Right?
Who's this Edge guy?
Yeah, it was this Edge guy. Like, I thought he was the coolest. So, but I'm like, I don't see him on TV. My parents didn't know much about wrestling besides what they tuned into every week. And, fast forward, Edge comes back, spears Eric Bischoff right after he gets drafted to Raw. And he's been my idol ever since, man.
Awesome. Now, did your paths
I'm sorry?
Did your path ever cross with him so far?
Yeah, so when I was not professionally, that's kind of what I'm waiting for. So my two big guys for me who have been like my inspirations have been Roderick Strong and Edge. And Roderick Strong, I have had a very long conversation while doing some AEW backstage work, and that was a blessing and a gift. And I'm able to reach out to him. I'm able to communicate and get some feedback on matches and things like that. Whenever I need to. He's been awesome. But just a meet and greet with Edge when I was 12 years old, and I waited in a line for 4 hours, and I mean, it's down to like even his autobiography is like my favorite book. I think I've read it like 4 or 5 times now. He's just he was in my life. It's weird how it all kind of worked for me. I didn't have a lot of confidence when I was younger. When I was a kid, not getting bullied or anything. Had a lot of friends, but like just didn't speak up a lot. Didn't know how to speak my mind. Didn't know how to confrontation with people. It was difficult for me at a younger age. Just never wanted to be a problem for anybody. And watching Edge's character evolve on TV and how he stopped letting guys talk down on him and took advantage of every opportunity and just work and grinded and found the corners to cut when it was appropriate to do it. And he's the radar superstar, man. He was literally I thought it was the coolest damn thing. And I always tell everybody it's him for like what really shaped like my personality, like especially getting into wrestling, like finding this heel persona. It's him and Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. There's to some two evil, nasty guys, So, but but he's been the guy. He's and him coming back in 2020 or 2019 rather, was what
Right.
sparked me to start training for wrestling. So
Okay. We'll go into that training in a moment, but do you collect any of the Edge merchandise, like the figures?
of course. No, I'm looking at one right now. I got one in front of me here on my desk, and
Did you?
yeah, I have his last set from that last WrestleMania he did before he had to step away for a little bit.
Right.
And then, I'm big. I like to work out in wrestling t-shirts. Or get when I'm in the ring. I like to. So every Edge shirt I can get my hands on, I'm all about it.
Now, did you get his AEW figure that's out?
Not yet. So I'm
Me
still.
too.
That's
I'm
the
looking
only
for
one
it.
I need to. Yeah, I need to snag it.
I need that, and I
I'm
need the
waiting.
Ultimate.
Yeah, I'm waiting for yeah, it's the Ultimate figures, right? Like the ones that like I've seen Cody Rhodes's, I've seen Britt Baker's, right? I've seen Sting's, where it's like a couple different heads, right, with a couple different
Yeah.
outfits, kind of thing. Yeah, that's
Here's a
exactly
Rollins
the
one.
Yeah, there's a Rollins one. Yep. No, I'm excited. No, that's what I'm looking for. So
I'm looking for. Yeah, my friend got the Edge. He found that at a Target. I'm like,
yeah, I got the Ultimate one like back in the day, like when he was still
Yeah.
working, like when we were kids, and like I used to remember I never let my brother like touch it. My brother is like used to collect all the wrestler. I'm like, nope, this is the only one. You cannot play with this one. Can't touch it. Just act like it doesn't even exist.
I was at a convention a couple of weeks ago doing a show, and I'm looking at figs, and this one guy had an Edge Ultimate that I've been looking for, and I freaking missed it, and someone else bought it.
No.
He only had it for $40.
That's wow.
That's a steal.
Damn, that was a steal.
I got the Ric Flair one that I've been looking for $40.
There you go.
So I walked out with
you
Flair.
You got a hell of a collection, huh?
I did. That's just the Funko Pops.
Yeah,
that's not even the wrestling
Funko.
figures.
Yeah, it's not even the figures.
No, I got a Drew McIntyre sign.
Hell yeah.
I just ordered the Diamond Dallas Page sign. It was on the WWE shop.
Nice. There you go.
And I'm looking like, and I'm like, I see it, and I'm like, fuck, I need to buy this.
Yeah, when before I started wrestling, I was really into like replica belts. Like that was my little niche. So even now, like I'm still in like a couple of groups, but I used to like buy and flip and sell and flip them all the time.
I got the Hogan NWO.
Oh yeah, baby! I got a couple of buddies who would mark out for that one.
And it's like the special one that they just made. I want to take it out.
Yeah,
and show
with the special strap and everything on it.
Yeah, I know. We're not really off topic because we're on wrestling.
No, yeah, we're good.
But got the NWO, and it says Hollywood on it.
Hollywood, yeah, that's badass. Yeah, I've seen those. Those collector series from WWE Shop are pretty damn cool.
They are pretty cool.
Yeah,
I wanted to get the freaking Roman one.
The Roman one was gone in like what 10 minutes? They said
it was. Was like that.
Yeah.
I was mulling over it. I'm like, and then I went to go look. I'm like, oh fuck, it's gone. It's gone.
I already saw them like reselling for like insane.
I wonder how much did you see it for?
I probably I know I saw one for $1,000 already, like already double.
Wow,
yeah,
that's crazy.
No, I mean that's one of one, or I don't know how many they made. They only made like 500 of them, right?
Yeah, no, they made for the Roman, they made whatever days he was champion.
Oh,
so
wow.
if it was if it was 1,000 days, it was 1,000.
Okay, wow, that's crazy. No, that's
nuts. And I'm like, shit, they sold out of them? Fuck. I didn't expect them to sell out. I expected them to linger for a couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I learned my lesson. Same thing with the Uso belt. They had an Uso tag team special one.
Hey, I'll tell you what, man, like being, I was at Knox Pro out in California for 2.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the way the Samoan merch sells, man, it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing.
Did you have a match with anybody from the bloodline at all?
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, I up until he got signed, we would train with Jacob. Jacob would come by and we do practice matches and things like that. I've been in a match with Lance before. I've been in a match with Reno Anawai before. He's the Black Pearl. He's one of my trainers. Okay. Juicy, Journey. Been in with all the guys that were still on the indies. within the last couple of years before they got all scooped up. We've
Right.
either rolled around in a training or we've done a show with Knox Pro before. So yeah, class acts that vouch for every single one of them. They're trained the right way. They're full respect in the ring, you name it. They're great guys, and the sky's the limit for that family. It's going to be very interesting to see
100%.
what they do with them here in the next couple of years, because it's going to be fun. I mean, I even got the chance to, I'm thinking about it. Like when I first got there, I was even able to roll around with Solo for a little bit too before.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, just before his NXT days. I completely forgot about that. It was like very early
before he left.
Yeah. But that, it's not even just the Samoan guys, there's been like crazy opportunities that I've had, working with Reno and Rikishi over there at Knox Pro. Miro would come in all the time.
Oh,
Miro's brought Sheamus by, be able to, exchange strikes with Sheamus to demonstrate a drill before. I'm trying to think. I mean, Gab trained over 10 hours with Gabby Tuft, who's formerly known as Tyler Rex.
Damn.
Right.
Got some good stuff going there.
I mean, yeah. I mean, and that's just there.
Right.
I mean, that's not counting all the other, New Japan and a couple of other places I've been and had the opportunities to roll around some of the best talent in the world, and yeah, I feel like it's really rubbed off on me and what I bring to the table. So
that's awesome. All right,
yeah,
we got a couple of questions here. Robert says, "Do I have the 10 pounds of gold?" No, it's on my list.
Yeah, got to get that. That's
I gotta
on my
get
list
the
too.
right. It's got.
That's on my list too.
Christmas, anybody? Hello.
No.
All right.
How about winning it? How about that?
That's true. For you winning it, for me, it'd be Christmas gift. Serena says, "Who do you think should be next in line for your Premier Pro Wrestling Junior Heavyweight title?"
Ooh, I got a couple names.
Oh, okay. Let's shoot them up.
Cappuccino Jones.
Cappuccino Jones has just been ID'd.
Yes, honestly, man, my target are those WWE guys, ID guys, man, because I want to show the world that these guys who are getting hand selected, I can hang and bang with the best of them.
Okay, that's good. I know a couple.
Yeah, but I know Cappuccino is definitely the closest regional guy. Aaron down in Memphis, another WWE ID guy, like big hoss of a man. But let me tell you, I'm not a small guy myself. I can hang, like I said, I want to show that I can hang and bang with the best of these guys, like a guy out west that I just could never get the matchup with that I still want, Jack Cartwheel. That's another guy that I would love to see come out this way. Like guys like Myron Reed, guys like, you start looking at like guys who've been on TV before, another guy that I've gotten to really, earlier in my career, I got to work with and learned a lot from was Mustafa Ali. That's another guy.
Wow.
Like,
you've been on a big learning tree, huh?
Yeah. I mean, you got to surround yourself with the best, man. If you want to be the best, you got to surround yourself and learn from the best. Because if you're in there with Joe Schmo, who's never been anywhere, right? You're not gonna learn and get what you need from it, right? So, I mean, that's my goal. My goal is to be a regular on TV and become a household name. And there's, I've had conversations with guys this week, that have started when they were 14 and didn't see a contract, didn't see an ounce of real money until they were 38.
Wow.
So that really made me put the seatbelt on and, be like, I'm in this for the long haul. It may take some time here, but all good things do. And this is all I've ever wanted. I played football for as long as I could. I was able to play some college ball, and my size is not for the NFL, right? But in professional wrestling, there's all types of sizes. There's all types of shapes, all types of bodies, and I'm working every day to look the part, to be on TV, and to bring that intensity and bring, what I bring to the table. Breaking backs, taking names.
All right, good stuff, man. All right, tell me about your first professional match. Who was it against, and what were your thoughts during your first live crowd match?
So, first match, shout out to John Bullard, JB, up in Michigan City, Indiana. I was only training for 3 months at the time, and one of my original wrestling buddies, Axel Rico, needed a tag team partner for the it was back in the day, it was Chicagoland Championship Wrestling was the name of the promotion. And we worked it was a tag team match, and I took the heat, as I should, right? My first match, baby face, all that. So it was great stuff. And I learned a lot from that. I remember I took the guy, his name was Tom. He was working. He was really throwing me around. He gave me really cool. You know how you do like 3 amigos, like Eddie Guerrero. He did like 3 amigos with like 3 neck breakers. And I remember watching it back. And I was like, okay, like I can, I think I can, I look good out there. I can sell these moves. I can, I make them look believable. And it's like, all right, like that's when you first see yourself out there, you're like, all right, like I think I got something here. Because when you're in training and you're just watching, you don't really get to watch yourself work. You're just kind of feeling it. You don't know how you look. You don't know how you feel. But so being out there and really feeling the crowd, like the closest thing I could get to it was like running out for a football game. I'm like, this is it. Like I found my little, like I always knew, right? I always kind of knew, but once you experience it for the first time and you're out there and you're feeling it, you're like, this is right. This is it.
That's awesome, man. That's a great feeling to have.
Oh, absolutely. No, there's that feeling of just knowing what you're doing and where you are is the right place and the right, and you're in it. You're like, this is it.
All right. Now you named some of the ID guys you would like to wrestle with. Let's talk about some of the non-ID guys you would like to wrestle with that you haven't wrestled.
No, have you? So Marco Harris, we've kind of touched, in a couple multi-man matches before, but there hasn't been a one-on-one, huge matchup. That's a guy who I think, when we're a little older and we're having a conversation, Papa, we're going to be talking about JakePainter and Marco being a couple of those Tennessee guys that made it, and because he's, him, especially in the West Tennessee area, him, and I don't know if you've heard of Jason Genesis. It's another guy. Yeah, it's another guy out this way. He's a household name in the West area. He's like one of the most hated guys around, and another guy who I've never been able to lock horns with. So those are 2 guys like locally that I definitely want to get in the West Tennessee area. When you start looking in the Nashville area, like Colby Cowan, up and coming. Definitely want to get my hands on that guy and just feel it. Just get in there. And another thing too is like I want to work everybody. I'm an open guy. I will get in the ring with anybody, and I will. My goal is to make that match that they just had their favorite or their best match.
So anybody up here from the Northeast?
With the Northeast, I mean, probably one for sure. Seabass Finn out of Chaotic. He was one of my one of the guys I went to New Japan dojo with in LA. That's a guy I'd love to lock horns with. And then another Northeast guy, I know he's out in LA now, but he's originally a Northeast guy, is my trainer, Fred Rosser.
Okay.
I would love to lock up with Fred Rosser. Give me all that. That's my guy right there. He, I met Fred and went to the New Japan dojo when at a time where I wasn't sure of myself in the ring. And my confidence was a little low. And during that 12 weeks, he gave me that reassurance and he gave me that confidence that I think I was missing, like telling me like, you bring that intensity, you bring that fire that not a lot of guys bring. You set when you're in there, you set the tone, and
your earbud fell out.
Yeah, your earbud fell out. I needed that. I needed to hear that from a guy who's been there and has been to the show and that has, did it for still doing it. Has been doing it for a long time consistently. And, and some of the things he would say and how he would, how he would express certain things. Like I'd never heard it that way before. So those are definitely a couple of guys up in the Northeast I would love to, definitely lock up with. Also, too, like you look at that wrestling open roster, like anybody there, man.
Yeah, wrestling
Anybody
opens.
there. Those guys can just go. Stacked. They can
Yeah.
just go for days. Is Alec Price is from up there, right?
Yeah, Alec Price, the
Yeah,
OG.
another guy, man. Like we've never met before. I've never met him. I've only heard great things, but that's another guy. Like any day of the week, twice on Sundays, twice on Saturdays. Like let's do it.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing. I'm a hungry. I am
Hungry?
the best word. The best word I can use to describe myself, Papa, is I'm hungry, man.
All right.
I want it all.
Have you heard of Desmond Cole? He's
Yes.
from Wrestling Open. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
fucking.
Oh my God.
He's amazing.
My God, these
Now,
guys.
Desmond, I know very well.
Yeah, these guys, man, they are, it kind of seems like the younger they are right now, the more crazy they can go, the more wild they can go. Like the things they're doing in the ring are just they're making guys who are like, just a little older. I'm 27. They're making a step up a little bit. You're like,
Right.
all right, like they're bringing stuff to the table that we gotta make sure that we're keeping up. So
100%. All right. Robert says, "Hey, Herb Simmons, here you go. Perfect young man for SICW Wrestling Explosion."
Hey, I'm there. You tell me, you guys give me a date. We'll make it happen, baby.
There you go, Herb. Book Jake over here. All right. Favorite food? What are you snacking on nowadays?
Oh man. So my kryptonite, man, is pizza.
I love pizza.
Let me
You gotta
tell
have New York pizza.
So hey, I'm a Chicago born and raised guy, right? I love my deep dish.
Uh-huh.
But you know what? Chicago's got a good thin pizza. We cut it into squares, but it really isn't that far off from New York style pizza. And a lot of people don't realize that. It's like a little Chicago secret. The pan, that flat thinner pan style is it's much more New York than we like to admit. So I'm an all-around pizza guy, but I feel like my biggest flaw in wrestling is my body, and I want to look the part. I grew up watching guys like Triple H, Edge, Batista, all those guys, so
Right.
It's like pizza is like my biggest enemy. So I've found a recipe that I make for meal prep pretty consistently. That's like a protein packed, like very low carb pizza that I make, like I said, probably twice a week, because it curbs my pizza craving, and it also keeps it, as healthy as I can within my calorie and macro limits that I have set for myself.
Right. Pizza intake. Got it.
Yeah, trust me. If I could eat it every day, I would. It's like my favorite thing. So.
Awesome.
What about you?
Pizza too. I love pizza. Me, I'm eating a lot of like Chipotle and stuff like that.
There you go. Healthy bowls. That's not bad.
Healthy bowls, Moe's. I don't know if you have Moe's out there.
So Moe's was my go-to in college.
Was it? Oh, I love Moe's.
Yeah, they had it on our swipe menu. Just go. There you go. Bang. It's sort of just a meal they gave us like whatever, like enough for lunch and dinner every day.
Yeah.
So you just go and you just get your bowl and just boom, swipe.
And keep going.
Yeah, I have a rule with Moe's now though. If I walk into a Moe's and the whole kitchen staff doesn't say "Welcome to Moe's," I walk out.
Welcome. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You know
if they
what?
Don't say it. I walk out. I go, "Know what? This ain't the right vibe here. I'm out of here."
That's funny you just said that, because the Moe's I went to yesterday, they didn't say that.
Yeah, I would have walked right out.
The one I go to near where I'm working, they always say "Welcome to Moe's."
Yeah, me and my buddy started that rule. When you walk in, here, "Welcome to Moe's. We're going to Chipotle."
I think that's a great, like, for a fast food restaurant, for them to say, "Hey, welcome to so and so."
No, I love it. It's like it's part of the vibe.
I would do that if I had a restaurant. Yeah, it's a good vibe, 100%.
Set it.
What's
your
favorite?
tone,
What's your favorite eats there?
My favorite what? I'm sorry.
What your favorite Moe's dish?
Oh man. So something they do that I think is a little unique is they do like the fresh jalapenos, right? Like other places don't really do those fresh jalapenos. So if I don't have to worry about my macros, I'm gonna do one of those. What are they called? Like the the big the big
I know
quesadilla thing. Yeah, yeah. Like
I know
the
what you're talking
thick guy.
about.
Yeah. That's my go-to at most. But if I'm watching my, and their queso is like crazy good. Like
The queso's
crazy
good. Yeah, I had chips
Crazy
and queso, man. I'm eating that shit up, man. I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
this is good.
and the salsa bar, they got like 6 or 7 different salsas. It's
They
like
do.
it's definitely like a top tier like Mexican like fast food spot, or
It really
Southern
is, and it's
American. But I'm a white meat guy too. The red meat is supposedly right is not too good for the joints, so I
right.
definitely stick to chicken. And you can ask for the white meat chicken. They have 2
Really?
different chicken. Yeah, you have 2 different chickens. Ask for that white meat chicken, Papa.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm changing the game for you. Ask them for that
You're
white
changing
meat chicken.
You're changing the Moe's game. Welcome
Gotta
to
change the Moe's
Moe's.
game. Welcome to Moe's. White meat chicken. Fresh jalapenos. Come on.
Because I love their corn. Their corn is really good.
And the corn.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, it's really good.
Honestly, I've never had a bad, like, besides not getting the welcome greeting, I've never had a bad
experience.
bad eating experience at Moe's.
Did not think we would talk about Moe's this long.
No, hey, I'll take Mo. Hey, that's all right. Hey, Moe's. Hey, shout out to Moe's. Need those sponsorship dollars. Come on now.
Shout out to Moe's. What movie are you looking forward to watching the most coming up?
Oh man, there's a lot of Marvel coming out next year.
There is a lot of Marvel coming out.
There's a lot of Marvel, and I'm a huge Marvel guy, and it's got to be a tie. I feel like the Captain America movie is gonna be a little hyped. Yeah, I think it's gonna be like it's not gonna live up to what
the expectations.
Yeah, and so that it's Thunderbolts, right?
I think Thunderbolts. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be the one for me.
I think so too.
Because I actually really liked that. I like the character who is Scarlett Johansson's sister.
Yes.
I'm just a huge fan of. I'm just a huge fan of her. Like what they're trying to do
Yelena.
with her, and yeah. That's like that's probably my favorite like new character right now. I think they're gonna do some fun stuff with her.
I think so. I think that movie's gonna be like Guardians was like the sleeper hit.
Yeah, I really hope so, because they need, like, after what happened with their main bad guy, the whole
I know
taxi situation, like, and hey, they're calling Robert Downey Jr. to come save the day, Dr. Doom. So we'll see how it all plays out, because they got a lot of stuff they're gonna have to patch up, because they laid the groundwork for that.
The Kang dynasty.
For Kang to be the man. So it's gonna be. They have a lot of fixing to do, but those guys, they made the most money of anybody in film history. They'll figure it out.
And the fixing has got to be done quickly, because you only got a couple of films before they start Doomsday.
Yeah, and they could. I mean, that wouldn't shock me if they pushed like the upcoming Avenger movies back too.
So Robert Downey's supposed to debut as Doom on Doomsday, right? Not before.
It's supposed to be on. I think it's the new event, whatever the next like Avengers movie is.
Yeah, it's Doomsday.
Yeah, then that'll be his debut, and they could do it like. And it wouldn't surprise me if they did like how they did with Thanos. It was like a
after credit scene,
like after credit scene for for all the movies leading up to it. But we'll see. I honestly I was super shocked, just like everybody else was, because like if you're gonna bring him back, like bringing him back as Doom is pretty crazy, but. They needed something. They needed somebody to rely on, somebody that, has proven they can do it before, right? Same task, different mask. Is that what he said?
Yeah, something. Same task, different mask. That's right.
Yeah. So
1,000%. When he took that thing off, nobody expected Robert Downey Jr.
No, yeah, the pop. It was like a WWE. It was like a Rock or a Stone Cold pop. It was crazy.
Right.
It was nuts. I was like, oh wow. No,
everyone's like, "Oh
wild.
Shit!"
Yeah, that was wild.
Good stuff. All right, we lost track a little bit, and
it's okay. We're good.
We're good though. We're good. You always come back. Either way,
we always bring it back.
Yeah, I'll bring it back. Toughest match you've had to date. Why was it so tough?
Oh man. I have a tie, and I'll tell you why. So, the first one. I was wrestling a guy down in, his name is John now. I'm not going to call him by his wrestling name because he is no longer a wrestler. But we did we had a build up. We did about 4 matches for Generation Championship Wrestling down in Florida with Mr. Gomez. And it was our big payoff match, right? And it was a last man standing match.
Oh, did I lose Jake? My boy booked this kid. He's a great showman. Love Mama. Mama, what happened? What happened to Jake? Did you cut off his feed? I lost Jake. Jake, can you hear me? Uh-oh. We're having some technical difficulties, but Jake will be on in a moment, hopefully. And while he is trying to get his thing fixed, we talk about in the previous podcast, Barbara Goodish, the wife of Bruiser Brody. So I'll run back that commercial real quick as Jake takes care of his thing.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm enjoying myself at FanFest, and I'm so excited to meet you finally in person. It's been a year since we were on the podcast itself, but now we get to hang out for a moment, and I really appreciate you and everything you're doing.
I know. And then, they're raffling that picture that Dennis had done of Frank, which is absolutely incredible.
It is incredible.
So I see people are buying a lot of the raffle tickets and everything. So I'm proud that he still remembered. I mean, I always say to the fans that without the fans, we would not be having this event.
Very true, very true. And he's definitely remembered to this day, and he'll be remembered forever.
He certainly will. And for people like you that help it along, the family, well, thanks you.
Thank you very much. Barbara Goodish, make sure you follow Barbara Goodish. Any Bruiser Brody stuff you want signed or buy it from her. Message her on Facebook. That's right, Bruiser Brody. Check it out.
Check it out. Huss.
All right, I think Jake's back. What's up, Jake?
Not sure what happened there, but and as I was saying, we had a last man standing match. Let me tell you, the man put me through the ringer. I was in between a ladder, frog splash, and the man, just so we're clear, John is about 350 pounds, right? 6'6".
Right.
So, splash on me in between a ladder, choke slam on top of a ladder, black hole slam onto steel chairs. I ended up finally winning that match and winning my first singles title,
right, and
spearing him off of a stage onto ladders that were set up as tables.
Wow.
Yes.
That sounds tough, man.
Yes. And the only other tie that I have was when I won the Knox Pro title in a 20-man steel cage match, and I came in at 3.
Wow.
And there were only 4 guys in the ring at the time. So it was like a gauntlet kind of thing. And, as we know in wrestling, you got to remember everybody's stuff when you're in there for that long. So
gotcha.
Another challenge was remembering everybody's stuff that was coming in. And, it went off like a seam. And it was, like I said, my first time in a cage. So, we had a little bit of a finish at the end there. Referee missed the 3 count, had to do something. First time in a cage, didn't practice it at all before, because I was like, I'm not going to do this. Ended up having to drop the elbow from the top of the cage for the finish.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that was insanity, insane. Definitely two of my toughest to date.
All right. Not last question, but second to last. But I don't want you to go into specifics because you're not supposed to. But have you done any extra work for AEW or WWE?
I have done extra work now for every major company.
Really? Okay. I'm gonna keep my eye out for you for the next one.
Yeah. I can say this because it's already been put out there. My most recent one was the TNA. So we had some fun security spots with those guys. Yeah, that was a blast.
All right, I'm gonna keep my eye out for you. All right, 6 months from now, where do you see yourself at?
Consistently on TV. That's what I want. Whether it's, I know right now, like my two biggest targets were OVW, and I finally, hopefully I've tackled that mountain and I can, keep earning the trust and earning the spot on every Thursday consistently there. And I really want to get myself on Memphis, on Sundays. Another spot that, the WWE has an eye on pretty closely. And, for them to see me there on a consistent basis would be very, I feel it'd be very good for me. Also too, like, I just really want to get consistent with some indie places that I've been, targeting for a while, like I want to see myself on a CCW poster. It's good to know that I'm booked there, but I want to be a guy that they're like, oh, people are showing up for him, places like Action. Like I want to get down there. I want to be there consistently, and places in Texas too, like New Texas Pro has been a place I've wanted to be for a long time. And I also too, like another big thing, I really want to get into, I want to have a consistent booking in Chicago, because what I do know about myself in Chicago is that I can draw.
Okay.
I have a lot of friends and a lot of family who want to see me wrestle, and I have not lived there now in about 4 years. And like I said, I'm a pretty popular guy with the people I've grown close with in that area. And like I said, I was born in. So, and I'm fairly confident that a lot of people from my hometown want to see me succeed. Have that conversation about at least once every time I go home. So to be able to go and perform in front of them, whether it's a place like Warrior Wrestling, a place like Freelance, go home to CSW consistently, go back home to Galley Lucha consistently, like the next months, I want to figure that out, because it's, home is where the heart is, man. I want to be, whatever it takes to get it done. I want to go back to where it all started.
All right. Well, you got one more friend here who wants to see you wrestle, and no doubt you're gonna make it.
Thank you.
So good luck and keep grinding, because trust me, even for me, when I go to all these shows that I'm associating companies, it's a grind. It's a grind.
It is a grind. It's crazy.
It's 24/7. All right. Now, my good friend David over here says, Jake, good luck. You seem like a great guy.
Thanks, David. I appreciate that. Hopefully I can see you here soon. Let me know that if I do see you at a show, David, let me know that you saw me on the pod.
That's right. Let him know. Let anybody know if you see Jake that you saw him on Beyond the Barricade with Papa Dank.
Yep. If you guys heard me with Papa, let me know.
All right. Speaking of David, he is the owner of DNS Wrestling Collectibles. So if you're looking for some great wrestling collectibles that me and Jake just talked about earlier, contact Coach David73 at AOL.com. Cheap plug. I need an edge, so look out for that edge for me, Dave.
Yep.
Want to thank my graphics guy, Pickway Design, for helping me with my graphics and my banners and some cool T-shirts he's made for me. Appreciate you, Devin. Make sure you hit him up. This Saturday, I'll be right up here in NYWC. Draw the line. Make sure you go to nywcprowrestling.com to get your tickets. Izzy McKenna and Kylie Alexa from the NWA go up against Amity LeVay and Dolly Darko. Not going to want to miss this tag team match. It's definitely going to go off the rails over here. And then, yeah, it's going to be crazy. And then after that, I'll be at Wrestling Is Now, Crown Heights, as JJ Doe takes on Adrian Santos. And joining us that night will be the one, the only Chavo Guerrero, joining us on December 13th in Brooklyn, New York. Make sure you get your tickets. Wrestling Is Now. That's going to be a fun show.
Yo, Chavo's a great guy. Let me tell you.
Chavo. I'm a huge fan. This will be my first time meeting him.
No, he is as class acts as you come along in professional wrestling. That guy never treated me like anybody else. He's very straight up, very straightforward. Have gotten a lot of good feedback, and I've learned a lot from Chavo Guerrero. He is
That's awesome.
Another Southern California guy that unexpectedly got to get some in-ring work with. I'm very blessed, very fortunate to.
That's good stuff. You got some good stuff going on, man.
Thank you, man. That's what it's all about. It's the name of the game. Want to get better? Got to get, like I said earlier, got to get.
You got to surround yourself with great people.
Got to surround yourself with greatness.
That's right.
Fred roster, I'll leave you with this one that Fred Ross used to say all the time. You hang around the barbershop long enough, eventually you get a haircut.
That's actually a good one. That's a good one. I'm gonna use that one. I just got a haircut today. But anyway, all right. Jake Painter, let everybody know where they can follow you.
Hey, at BBA_Jake_Painter. You can find me on all the socials. Haven't gotten on Blue Sky yet. We'll keep that one up in the air for now.
Okay, all right. Robert says, love to see you in Memphis. Good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope to see you too. That's the goal.
Thank you, Robert. Hope to see everybody next week. Actually, no, not next week. The week after, because next week is Thanksgiving.
Yeah, the holidays, baby.
I'll be working 24/7, so it's not really a holiday. It's the worst time of year for a retail guy.
Gotta pay for all the figures and all that.
I know, and all the pops and all that shit. Yikes. All right, everybody, have a good night. Jake, hold on for a minute. Everybody else, I'll see you in a